Today, we're going to be looking at a few examples of NCAA champion Levi Haynes from Penn State and him utilizing the split leg Turk. I'm just going to refer to it as the Turk. Now, commonly this is used from the high crotch. You will see a high crotch person cuts to the double, and you will see them pick their opponent up off the mat, elevate them, and while they're still in the air and the legs are split, they step through for the Turk. This is probably how you're going to see the split leg Turk be utilized and how the person gets to it the most often, right? Just going to show you that he did end up getting the pin here, but pin back points, same old, same old. That's how you're going to see this more often. Another example of it, high crotch, cut to the double, pick his opponent up. He's going to step through while he's in the air. His opponent is in the air for the Turk. The good thing about Levi Haynes and why I'm making a video about him is he's always looking for this position, no matter how he finishes. Now he's gonna get here from a high crotch most often. High crotch doesn't matter if it's a typical high crotch or head outside high crotch, you end up in the same position. However, with a head outside high crotch, you're a lot less likely to be able to pick the opponent up. Most of the time, you see an outside step on high C, they finish on the mat, which makes it good the way and able to get the Turk from the crackdown is a very useful skill that not many wrestlers have. So he goes high crotch here. Opponent goes crackdown. He's going to split the legs, both knees in the middle. Now this is very important. Even though he's in between the legs right now, he's on this side of the body because that's the way his torso is leaning and that's the side his head is on. Very important here. If his opponent tries to, his opponent is eventually going to bail from that position more times than not. If his opponent tries to bail and get his chest down towards, so going this way towards Levi Haynes, then he is going to hop this knee back over this leg and Turk this leg that he shot on with this leg. If his opponent turn away from Levi Haynes to try to chest down, belly down, then he's going to hop this knee over this leg, and this leg is going to Turk this leg. If you're confused on that, watch it on your own time. So he turned towards Levi Haynes. So now Levi Haynes need to get this leg outside of this foot and use this foot, this leg, to turn this leg. See? Still in between. He's going to hop over this leg. Yep. So when you're in that position, you need to be able to turk both legs. The good thing about Levi Haynes is he's very good at the turk with both sides of the body, right? He just turked the leg that he shot on, which most of the time he doesn't do that. He turks the other leg that he didn't shoot the high crotch on. Another example, no, different example for this. So he's in between, right? He's in between, but his opponent is trying to get his chest down away from him. So since his opponent is trying to get his chest down away, he's going to take this leg, hop over this leg, and use this leg, his left leg, to turn this leg. See? Opposite side that he just did in the clip against Lehigh in the previous clip. It just depends on which way your opponent tries to turn, and you have to be comfortable with turking both legs. Nice high crotch here. Crackdown position, never you have to split the legs. His opponent eventually bails, and he still has the leg hooked. And then he just goes crossface, get a full set of back points. Just going to try to shoot through the rest of this. High crotch. Steps over. Keep that leg hooked. So he turned the same leg he shot on. Again, look at the earlier clips. Typically, you shoot on one leg, and then when you elevate, you turk the other leg. So don't want you guys to get used to only being good at the turk on one side of the body. So back door is going to hook the ankle. He's going to push the knee to free the head. Very common position. But I see guys get here and not even try to get the turk. Now, his knee end up not being in between the legs. He's going to have his opponent's ankles like in a trap turk position. But besides being over and having it trapped, he's just curling his heel to his butt to try to keep the ankle trapped for as long as possible. He ended up losing it, but he still got a 3 count. So rear attack, nice rear attack. Even if you do not get the turk, get back points from the turk is still very useful. So it's 2-4 right now. Levi Haynes gets the takedown, gets the turk. Notice how he slips his leg in, right? A lot of you guys would have just got the takedown right here, right? Got the takedown, normal. Notice what Levi Haynes does. He makes sure to slip his leg in to get that Turk, and it ended up being very useful because for what reason? If Carson Harsley gets in the skate right here, it's 5-5. He's going to keep this Turk. It was a minute and 15 seconds when he got the Turk. He's going to keep this Turk for the rest of the match. For the rest of the match, he's going to keep this Turk. And he was able to win, right? And with that last hit now. Carson Hartzell never even had a chance to get in the skate because he was so worried, had to worry about not going to his back and giving up bad points or a pin. If you stayed to the end of this video, you should really check out my fourth book, Become a Low Risk, High Reward Wrestler, where the whole goal is teaching you guys how to take people to their back in ways where you are at risk of going on your own back, right? We don't want to have a glass cannon situation, live by the sword, die by the sword, because that creates a situation where people just don't want to try it at all. For so many years on this channel, I have been advocating for the firemen, which is part 2 of this book, and low risk rolls from the over-under position or just from the single underhook position, which is part 3 of this book. But part 1 is Turks and keeping the legs split, which this video was about. We are leaving so much meat on the bone, and I understand that in the United States, leg attacks are supreme. They will always be supreme. I only attacked legs when I was competing, so I understand the mindset, right? But let's get some back points off of it in ways to where even if we try it and we don't get it, no harm, no foul. So check out this book. I know you guys will like it, and I will see you on the next video.